Hey, you're listening to the English Made Simple show. This is episode number 233, number 233, número 233. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in, amigos y amigas. This is episode number 233, and my name is Milena, and I'm the host of the English Made Simple show. And you can find me at englishmadesimple.net, englishmadesimple.net. See you there. Great. How's it? How's it going? Good. Great to hear you guys are doing well. Really great to hear that. Today is about shopping. I'm sure most of you like to shop. Most of us like to shop. That's right. I like to shop for shoes. Some people like to shop for other stuff. I don't know, tech stuff, but I like to buy shoes. Anyway, maybe you shop for groceries. When you go to the supermarket, you buy groceries. That's what we call groceries when you go to the supermarket. Maybe you like to buy shoes like me. Maybe you like to buy clothes. Maybe you shop for clothes. Maybe you shop for video games. Maybe you do a little bit of online shopping. I tend to do a lot of online shopping nowadays. I don't think I've ever done an episode about shopping in particular. I haven't done an episode about this being at a checkout or trying to pay for your goods. So I've decided to record today's episode to be all about shopping and what happens when you're at a checkout. So I'm using checkout here as a noun, okay? It's one word, checkout. So guys, before we get straight into today's show, just wanted to let you know that if you're interested in keeping up to date with episodes, you can go to englishmadesimple.net. When you go there, scroll all the way down the page to the bottom and enter your name and email to keep up to date with EMS episodes, okay? Every week you'll receive an email from me updating you on the latest episodes. Plus, you'll get a little background about the episode, and if we are using any particular phrases, you'll get more examples inside those emails. Great. Now that that's all said and done, let's move on with today's topic, checkouts. Okay, what is a checkout? According to Inteligente, a checkout, it's a place in a shop, especially a large food shop, like a supermarket where you pay for your goods. It's that thing that goes beep, beep every time you scan the item, okay? It's a checkout. My very first job was working at the checkouts at our local supermarket in New Zealand. The name of the supermarket was Pack and Save. Pack and Save supermarket. I did mention my working at the supermarket in one of the earlier episodes, but I didn't mention the phrases that you would expect to hear once you're there. Now I can't remember what episode number that was. It was a while back. Anyhow, today I'll share 3 phrases that you would expect to hear when you're out shopping and wanting to pay for your goods. I'll share some more examples in my email, so be sure to enter your details to keep up to date. Just go to englishmadesimple.net. So I'll share these phrases, and then at the end of today's episode, we'll have the repeat after me segment. So listen up carefully. Let me ask you a quick question though. Has it ever happened to you that you had to wait a long time in the queue at the checkout? This has happened to me a lot in Chile. We would queue up for, I don't know, half an hour sometimes just to buy stuff at the supermarket. But here in Australia, thank goodness, we don't have such long waits. We have something called a self-checkout here in Australia. So it's fairly new, maybe I would say 5 years. I would say that's new. It was available for the past 5 years. So we have something called self-checkout here in Australia and in New Zealand. A self-checkout means you would scan your items through the machine, so you'll do it yourself and then pay at the same machine using your credit card or cash. So you will need to basically process everything, scan it yourself, pack it, and then pay. Literally, you would not ever need to interact with anyone. You do the whole thing yourself. The only time you'd have to speak to someone is if the machine stops beeping, stops working for some reason, and an assistant needs to check your items. Apart from that, you complete your own shopping yourself, okay? So that's the way of the future. You do your stuff yourself. All right, so sometimes I prefer to use the self-checkout when I'm shopping if I'm in a hurry. It's quicker and I rarely have to wait in the queue. And usually people only process a small amount of items. It's not, a big shopping. I wonder if you have self-checkouts in your countries yet. Maybe Australia and New Zealand is just a test at the moment. They're testing it here. I wonder if it has caught on in other countries. Maybe it exists in the UK. I think I've read somewhere in the UK at the supermarket called Tesco, maybe. I think the idea of self-checkouts originated from there, but I'm not 100% sure. I should really start checking facts before I start recording, really. But today's episode is not about self-checkouts. It is not about self-checkout, so I'm just going to stop talking about self-checkouts. Today's episode is about a checkout where a human being is scanning your goods. There's a person behind the machine, and that person is scanning your goods. And that's the majority of the time that this happens. You would need to interact with somebody. So let's begin today's show, shall we? Okay, so the first phrase I'd like you to know is this phrase you might get asked by the checkout person before they start scanning your goods. They will ask you, do you need a carry bag? Do you need a carry bag? Sometimes you will hear, do you need a bag? In Australia, oftentimes I hear, do you need a carry bag? To carry is a verb on its own means to hold and take with you. I personally feel the word carry is a bit redundant here. If you say, do you need a carry bag? I think carry is redundant, not required, meaning not required, redundant. But you will hear this phrase often, so be prepared to hear this phrase when they ask you, do you need a carry bag? You might be thinking, what is a carry bag? Is it something different apart from being plastic? It's not, it's just plastic bag, okay? Now, on to the next phrase. Phrase number 2. Is there anything else I can help you with? So after the person has scanned your goods, you might hear this phrase. Is there anything else I can help you with? Meaning, do you need anything, any other items to process? Did you forget anything? After your goods have been scanned and you're about to pay, the cashier will ask you this question, or the cashier will ask you, is there anything else? So it could be as simple as that. Is there anything else? And sometimes you'll hear, is there anything else I can help you with? Just a different way of saying it. You might hear this phrase when you're buying clothes or similar, when you're in a kind of like a boutique kind of shop. Not so much at the supermarket. You wouldn't hear this type of phrase because it's more transactional. It's a very quick purchase at the supermarket. Right, and the lucky last phrase for today, amigos y amigas. Hopefully you are following me so far. Phrase number 3, would that be all for today? That's the last phrase. Would that be all for today? This phrase is similar to, is there anything else? Would that be all for today? All you would need to answer with is, yes, that's all, or no, oops, I forgot something. I need to rush and get a jar of Nutella because I forgot something. Okay, so you can just answer it very simply and say, yep, that's all, thank you very much. And that was your last phrase for today, okay? Would that be all for today? I hope these phrases will help you, amigos y amigas. I remember the first time I went to a supermarket in New Zealand and I couldn't understand what the cashier wanted. I wished someone prepared me for this and saved me some embarrassment. I wonder if you have any embarrassing moments to share when you were at the supermarket or in a shop and you couldn't understand the cashier or the person serving you. Probably not as many as I did. Okay, and there we have it, boys and girls. There we have it. Today we've learned some useful phrases, real life phrases that you would hear at a supermarket or any other shop you go to. And before we wrap up today's show, we are going to just finish off with repeat after me. And today's phrase I selected, today's phrase is going to be, do you need a carry bag? Do you need a carry bag? It's not just, do you need a bag, okay? That's very simple, okay? So, do you need a carry bag? I just want you to get used to saying this, but also get used to hearing it. Do you need a carry bag? Because it might not sound normal to our ears, okay? It should be simply, do you need a bag? But oftentimes you'll hear, do you need a carry bag? Okay? Amigos, if you'd like to keep track of episodes via email, go to englishmadesimple.net and scroll all the way down and enter your name and email, and you'll start receiving emails about recent episodes. And don't forget to go to englishmadesimple.net/convo to get your audiobook and get access to the 3-day mini email course. Don't forget to join the challenge at the end of the course. You'll get invited to join after you complete the mini course. Again, the link was englishmadesimple.net/convo to get the audiobook. Awesome, amigos y amigas. Thanks for joining me in today's episode. You've been an amazing audience and you've been jamming with me, Lana, from English Made Simple. Until next time, hasta la próxima.